if an NFL team experiences success very quickly, there's usually 3 ways it goes. 1, everything goes downhill, which is most of the time. But if it goes downhill, they're just not able to sustain it, and they don't admit to the fact that they need to blow everything up. I'm looking right at you, Jaguars and the Saints. Just right at you guys, especially after today. Second team, they admit to the fact that, yeah, it just didn't go well. I mean, they had success. It's not going well. And they make adjustments. Looking at the Chargers. And the third team, you sustain the success, and you keep it going no matter what the heck happens. I'm looking right at my Rams. With that said, though, here's the play of the day, guys. A lot to talk about yet from yesterday. Here's your Week 10 recap.
Hurts has time. Now locates Barkley out of the backfield. Barkley slips 2 tackles and picks up the first down. Jumping up in the air to the 30. A gain of 14 for Barkley.
Out of moves right here. Makes the first guy miss. The spin move at the last second. And then, what Tiki? What is that?
From the 6. Smith can't find anyone. Backpedaling. Wow. Throws.
First down pressure's coming from the near side. He took a hit.
Wilson at the bottom.
Carr looking left, lofting left for Wilson, and he can't hang on. In their 5-game losing streak. Meanwhile, the Saints have now lost 7 consecutive.
Huge blow for the Rams offense. Talk about losing your cool. 61-yard try for the lead. It is Owens. He's got it. He's got it. He's got it.
For the game. Patting the ball. He's ready to throw. Nobody's open. Into the end zone. Touchdown. Oh, my goodness. Stevenson.
To Williams. Stafford fires downfield. It is caught for a touchdown by Robinson. The Rams win it.
And after all that, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Photo. Of course, please like and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoy the Week 9 NFL Sunday recap. I almost said 10 because, yup, this is, of course, the last Sunday of the first half of the NFL season. Of course, it has been a wild first half of the season. A lot of bad stuff went well. A lot of good stuff went bad. I don't know. But with that said, of course, that's what we got here. We got 13 games to go through. I'll go through the injuries first, as always. Yeah, let's get into it. For the Seahawks, again, Kayvon Wallace, questionable for next week. No, 2 weeks. Never mind, they're on the bye week. But, yeah, that was a pretty rough injury for him. A.J. Brown left with a knee injury against the Jaguars. Graham, the Giants game, if you didn't watch the preview, they were down to their third-string kicker in this one. So, yeah, that's what's going on. Nafai Sewell could be back next week. That would actually be good for them because they kind of do need some linebacker help. Outside of that, though, nothing really that crazy for the Patriots or the, Patrick Morris, who, again, is actually playing a little bit. Again, he could be back. Al Gingold calf injury. Some guys for the Raiders got injured. No one that important. Steve Avila, again, for the Rams, was actually the big ones. All right, Steve Avila, Jonah Jackson could both be back. I wouldn't say next week, but they could be back, at least in the next couple weeks. John Johnson, the safety, that would be huge if we get him back. Some actual cover, guys. Oh, yeah, also, again, I think Rob Havenstein will come up, but he left early in the Rams game, as well as Josh Wallace, cornerback, leaving as well with a leg injury. Outside of that, though, Samson Ebukam, again, I don't think he'll be back, whatever. Outside of that, though, CeeDee Lamb left with an AC joint sprain. I don't know if he'll be playing next week. Of course, big news for another guy. Zach Martin, shoulder injury, also left early, so basically their 3 best players. Put in a nutshell. Caleb obviously limped off the field with the ankle injury. That was not a bright decision by Matt Eberflus, but all quarterbacks have their coaches at least have their bad situations. Of course, we have more on that when we get to that game. Outside of that, though, Keon Coleman left with a wrist injury. Outside of that, though, Lloyd Cushenberry tore his Achilles, as well as Connor Diggs messing his foot up really bad. It wasn't as bad as Chris Godwin's ankle injury, but it was not pretty. DK Metcalf, again, did not play this week against the Rams. Jamie Gillen, the punter, again, the Scottish Hammer, he could be back soon. Outside of that, though, Will Reichard, yeah, he did not look good. He wasn't really kicking well. It was weird. I would not want to have to play him next week. Again, we'll figure out what they do there. Blake Cashman still coming back from the toe injury. For the Rams, obviously Rob Havenstein, he's not going to be playing next week. He should be back again in Week 11, which again would be big for the Rams. Not again. Again, they just want him back, to be honest with you guys. Ethan Evans, I think he had mono or something. I don't even know if it was that. Jordan Williams, he did not play for the Rams this week. Outside of that, though, I think we get the Cowboys. No, haven't yet. Packers, Evan Williams did not play, of course. Damian Pierce groin, he messed it up as well. In that game against the, how am I going that slow? Against the, on Thursday Night Football. Dak will be out for a couple of weeks. That's all I'll say. Of course, he messed up his hamstring pretty bad, so that's just not good. So, yeah, and again, they're basically cooked. Eric Gall tore his ACL. Again, their tight end. That really sucks. He's a bright young rookie. Good thing they have depth there, but that really sucks for the Bengals. Midas Sweat injured his shin. Braxton Jones coming out with a knee injury. Nothing that crazy, I don't think. But outside of that, I mean, Dwayne Smoot could not play again. I think he broke his wrist. Outside of that, though, that's really all I got for big band injuries. Again, we'll get more on it. We get into the team specifically. But with that said, that's all I got for you guys here in the injury update. Let's get into our first game. Of course, that was out in Buffalo.
From Orchard Park, New York, CBS Sports presents the National Football League. Today, it's the bobbled, intercepted, picked off. Ramsey got it. Coleman couldn't hold on.
Good enough.
They jam the back. He gets the call. He'll go inside with his speed. He'll outrace him for 6.
With the running game and what they've been able to do, we've shown the numbers.
Smythe the block, Mostert the run, in goal the ball. He almost he did some of the ball. Buffalo's got it. Goal. Shakir on the move. Allen to the air. Touchdown. Matt Collins
For the touchdown.
for one more point. And let's see. Allen out of the backfield. Davis. Room to roll. Gold in motion. H.M. Hole, touchdown! Allen chased, hit the call, touchdown! Morris! Tungo by Lowe at 23, at 26. Armstead the block, the time. He looks, throws, caught, touchdown! Waddle! Wind is subsided. 61-yard drive for the lead. It is Owens. He's got it. He's got it. He's got it.
Put you in Chanel, I'ma teach you how to stand. 21.
And what was the most shocking play of the day? Tyler Bass's 61-yard bomb sends the Bills to their 4th straight win and a 4-game lead in the AFC East. I can't tell you guys the last time a team has had that big of a lead in the division this early in the season, at the halfway point. That is just ridiculous. They're going to have to do a lot to blow this, I'll tell you that. Really a lot. Biggest thing, though, again, a big picture for the Bills. They get the Colts next week. That could be a trap game. It also couldn't be. They could blow them out, which I hope they do. And then we could see the Chiefs and Bills in Buffalo in what will probably be the best game of the year, or most anticipated game in front of the whole country in Week 11. That's just, I'm already looking ahead to that. I don't care about their next week's game. Honestly, if they lose that, who cares even for that? No, but actually, the Bills obviously 4 straight wins. They've looked really good offensively over the past couple weeks, obviously. 30-27, obviously, the final score. Dolphins fall to 2-6. They've lost 3 in a row. Tyreek Hill, of course, has now gone 7 straight games without a touchdown. That's the longest streak of his career. Maybe get him a jet sweep or something next week. They will be getting to Los Angeles, so a really long flight, but it is for Monday Night Football, so I guess it won't be that bad. They're going to have to score a lot of points to that one, and again, they're going to feel a lot more explosive than they were this week. Tua was surgical. I'll give him that. He was really good over the middle. There's really no complaints from him. 25, 28, 231, 2 touchdowns. Really, only thing I'd say, I think the Bills defense did a really good job of bracketing Tyreek Hill, as well as the fact that Jalen Waddle could not win deep, which was really weird. But hey, the Bills did a really good job with that. Russell Douglas and I don't think Christian Benford played. When Russell Douglas played awesome, and that really helped him really minimize what Tua could do there. He also, I think, was a little bit quick with the football. I think, again, he could have been a little bit more, aggressive, but still, he still was really good overall. You can't complain how Tua played in this one, especially, again, with the concussion and everything, again, he's gone through this year. Running, they didn't really run enough, to be honest with you. Again, Devon Achane had a couple big runs that really helped that out for a touchdown. Raheem Mostert had a bad fumble. Again, that kind of took the confidence away. I'd like to see Mike McDaniel do better with that next week. Jalen Wright got too many carries. Again, they should have concentrated on these other two guys. They also were up 10-6, I think, at one point. I think they, again, at the half, I think they should have done a better job with that. But looking at for the receiving end, Tyreek Hill, 4 for 80. I don't even know if he has, I think he might, his yards per game this year is the lowest. I get Tua has only been quarterback for like really 3 games, but still, you got to realize Tyreek Hill just hasn't been very good this year, at least production-wise, obviously. Devon Achane, 8 for 58, a touchdown. There was a really nice touchdown. Jalen Waddle also got a touchdown, even though he had 2 catches for -4 yards in total. I mean, that was just a disastrous play there. Jonathan Smith, 5 for 46, will be productive for them. Overall, though, what I saw here, Odell Beckham Jr. didn't really get any deep targets, which I would have liked to see. Maybe like 1 deep throughout the entire game. Tyreek Hill has to get involved in other ways. They got to get him open. Again, he'll get himself open too. But like, it just hasn't really been working the past couple weeks, and they got to really figure that out. They want to beat the Rams next week. And obviously, O-line wise, they just really weren't sustaining blocks on really any front. And when that happens, it's kind of hard for you guys to again really move the ball well. So that fact that Tua was able to do what he was able to do, I think I got to really give him props for. For this defense, though, they didn't really do anything like that great. Honestly, I think it was just the reason they I guess kind of stayed in the game or like made any decent plays was because the Bills maybe like had a lapse of focus. But outside of that, Jalen Ramsey, I guess, had a decent interception off the Keon Coleman brick of a drop or whatever. Cam Smith, I think, was the only guy in the secondary that I really think was like on his game though, because Jalen Ramsey had the interception, yes, but he really wasn't very physical and just simply wasn't exactly the most dynamic guy in the field. Deshaun Hand was giving gaping run holes, getting completely out leverage. Speaking of getting out leverage, Kendall Fuller was not taking advantage of the fact that he was going against these rookie receivers that didn't know what they were doing. Jordan Poyer did do a good job. He had a bad penalty, though. I'll say that. Marcus May was, I guess, okay. Overall, though, just no one really stepped up for this defense, and that's why they, again, gave up 30 points. Again, outside the fact that, again, Tyler Bass hit a bomb there. Josh Allen, I think, again, if Lamar's 20 touchdown and 2 interception ratio didn't exist, Josh Allen would be the leader for the MVP right now. 25, 39, 235, 3 touchdowns, interception. It's so impressive what he's doing with the supporting cast that really isn't that good. Yes, they have Amari Cooper getting back. He literally didn't have a target in this one. Or I don't think he did. Whatever. I didn't see him on the field, so that's what I got there. I haven't really watched too much of the film in this game. I watched a little bit of the Dolphins' offense against that Bills front, but outside of that, not too much on this. Just sorry, guys. But obviously for the Bills, again, it was just again. They got the guys they needed to. Obviously, Ray Davis with the 63-yard catch and run touchdown. Of course, you saw off the blitz there. Matt Collins also had a touchdown as well. Again, running game wasn't a big part of the game. James Cook kind of a really quiet day. I would be surprised if he didn't have the game with it. Quinn Morris obviously with the go-ahead touchdown at some point as well. Defensively, DeMar Hamlin was really good at 10 tackles. Greg Rousseau had a really nice sack, was winning consistently off the edge. Jamarcus Ingram seems like a guy that could be pretty good, but he did miss a couple of tackles, so I don't know. Rasul Douglas is proving himself as honestly top 10 corner so far this year. He has been ridiculous. Christian Benford has been better overall, but again, he hasn't been on the field as much, and Rasul Douglas is like the backbone of the secondary, as well as Terrell Bernard being a very good hybrid linebacker there. Tyler Bass actually did 3 field goals, probably the best game of his career. Team stats, though, obviously, both teams had over 300 yards. Dolphins outgained him by 50 and still lost, though. Again, they had the ball longer as well. That fumble was really bad as well. With that said, though, the Dolphins are basically done this year, guys. I'd be shocked if they made the playoffs. They're 2-6, obviously, at this point. Honestly, though, again, if they can make some stuff happen down the stretch, I don't know, finish 8, 9, 7, 10, I think that would be a, I guess, successful second half. Again, it's kind of like they were dealt a bad hand this year, and they really haven't taken advantage of some games. But they have been, Jesus, too fast. They have been competitive. With that said, though, that's all I got for you guys in this one. Let's get to our next one, which obviously was interesting. No, it was a blowout. Here's the Chargers and Browns highlights.
Beautiful 60-degree day here in Cleveland as we get you set for the Browns and the Chargers. The kickoff is next.
Pleased Herbert, near side, wide open. It's Palmer on a 3rd and 21.
Diabate. Second-year player stepping into some big shoes.
Herbert wide open is Johnston, and he is in.
Together, but needs to communicate better.
A lot of people, Aditi, were stunned at the word, strapped it on and played.
Here's Dobbins, he's got a seam, and he bangs it in for the Chargers.
Put some drives together.
Winston steps up. Winston escapes somehow, keeping the play alive, and that one nearly picked.
Flag, 2nd and goal. Physical play for Dye.
Winston slinging it near side, batted up in the air and intercepted. Elijah Molden.
Decisiveness on that throw to pick up the first down.
Winston fires. Was that picked? Yes, it was. Earlier, 44-yard attempt here, hooking to the left, and Hopkins hit earlier from 38. This one blocked. As we get into the second half of the season, Herbert, Dobbins bounces to the edge, and it's Dobbins in. Touchdown. To what Aditi has told us on Mac. So you hope that he is okay. That pass from Winston caught by Tillman, and they say incomplete.
I'd like to say there's a lot to be said about this game. I'm gonna be honest, there really isn't. Obviously, I told you guys, complimented the Chargers big time in the pregame. Again, what they were able to do, again, getting Jim Harbaugh in the building and saying, yeah, we need this guy to be our head coach, has obviously worked out very, very well for them. Again, props to them for doing that, obviously, but still. They moved to 5-3 now, back-to-back wins. Again, the biggest thing I think with the Chargers is in these, they haven't really played a close game in a little bit, obviously. Back-to-back weeks, they've blown out teams. But for the I didn't even talk about who the build. Oh, no, I did. My bad. But for the Chargers, obviously, again, they haven't really played, again, they've kind of lost these close games, and again, that's something I think they're definitely going to need to improve on, especially next week when, of course, they're playing the Titans. No, they should be fine that one. But for the Chargers, they're playing, got a really soft schedule these next couple weeks. They're going to take advantage of that, obviously. But again, takeaway for the Chargers, I mean, you guys beat a bad team, blew them out. This game should have been like 35-3. It was a complete just butt whooping for most of this one. Like, it was a lot worse than the score. Oh yeah, we'll get the garbage time touchdown in a second. But yeah, for the Chargers, I don't think this team, again, they got to be better in close games, obviously, and be like to really finish out these good teams or decent teams. I guess I don't think the Cardinals are that good, but still. They got to close out these games, but again, in a game against the Browns, they should beat. They did exactly that. Browns, after a trap game win shocking game against the Ravens, they fall back to earth. Not really. They just get blown out. They're on their bye week next week. That's pretty good, but they have the worst record in the league technically, so that's good. Hopefully they lose out so they can trade Deshaun Watson or just extricate him from the league or something and draft a mediocre quarterback because I don't think this quarterback class is that good. With that said, though, Justin Herbert, 18 of 27, 282 and 2 touchdowns. He had, of course, a long 66-yarder Quentin Johnson. He has looked like the old Justin Herbert or the good Justin Herbert or the guy we thought was really good or, yeah, just basically awesome Justin Herbert off the bye. He has been really, really good. Jacob Dobbins, of course, with 2 touchdowns. Both of them were barreling off the defenders and just, yeah, he's back. Again, Quentin Johnson had his best game of his career, 4 for 118 touchdown, first 100-yard game of his career, obviously. We haven't seen him really do anything since week 3, so that was good to see. Lavin Conkey, 5 for 64, was pretty productive. Joshua Palmer also had like a big play as well as a touchdown. So, overall, this offense looked really good. O-line was also dominant in a lot of ways. Defensively, no, I won't say they were dominant. They gave up some sacks. They had some bad blitz pickups. But outside of that, they were good. So, Greg Roman helped figure out how to handle the blitz a little bit better. But for the defense, Dan Henley was awesome, 13 tackles. He was very good at keeping everything in front of him. Derwin James, I guess, was okay. He missed a couple of tackles, but overall, it was pretty good. Olajuwon, Tyree Still, and Elijah Molden had 3 interceptions, and 2 of them were in the red zone. 4 tackles, 2.5 sacks. They got a lot of pressure, let's just put it like that. And this is the best defense in football right now, statistically, even if they haven't really played that many good offenses. Digger, the kicker, bricked a field goal. That's very rare for him. For the Browns, famous Sheamus looked like his normal stuff. Had 4 turnovers, 3 interceptions. I'll say one of them wasn't his fault. The other 2 were really bad. Yeah, just normal Jameis, bad Jameis, I guess. So that's what they're going to have for the rest of the year. They'll probably finish like 5-12, and that's what they'll be able to do. Running game was atrocious. Nick Chubb is just, he's kind of out there by himself. Cedric Tillman, 6 for 75 and a touchdown. Also, say Andy Dickinson, their O-line coach. Go back to Seattle next year. That's really all I'll say. But the Seahawks, yeah, they did not do a good job up front. Defensively, they tried. And then Dustin Hopkins, what the heck was that, bro? You missed that field goal. I got to see him better in fantasy. Team stats, though. Oh, yeah, where's Cedric Tillman? That was a great touchdown there in garbage time. It was like the most garbage time touchdown ever. Chargers, 342 yards to the Browns, 292. Outgained by exactly 50 yards. Yeah, I know my math. You just look at it, too. No, I didn't know. I thought Jameis fumbled, but whatever. I guess he didn't. That was last week, I guess. With that said, though, that's really all I got for you guys in this one. Not really much to take away from it. Browns get blown out because they suck. Chargers are good. Browns trade the Rams, David Njoku, and then I'll like you guys. But that's all I got for you guys here, and yeah, now let's get to a tank bowl.
You expect something has to give this afternoon in Charlotte. The Saints have lost 6 in a row. The Panthers have lost 5 in a row. The kick is coming up next. Trips to the top. Young to the middle. Pass is caught.
Back in at quarterback.
Again, Carr's at the bottom of your screen. Hill will keep it himself. Hill to his left. Hill to the end zone. and he's in. Touchdown, Saints. They go to Sanders, the tight end underneath. Leggett frees him with a block. He's got a first down after a hurdle, and then more. The big body powers inside Saints territory. There, he said, I used quiet eyes when I was on the sideline trying to figure it out. He can run. He pumps. That buys him some time inside the 5, and he's down close to the 1 yard. They go again to Hubbard, and Hubbard dives toward the goal line, and he's in. Touchdown, Panthers. And they're going to make it. Hayball's got the first down and more. He's shoved out of bounds. At 7, play clock down under 5. Carr out of the gun. Carr going toward the end zone. Leaping grab. It is caught. Touchdown. Young rolls the pocket, lofts it for Leggett. He makes the catch. Hell no. Oh no, it's picked. They'll go to Hubbard. And Hubbard slides through the defense, breaks through the 5, toward the end zone, slides in safely.
Wilson at the bottom.
Carr looking left, lofting left for Wilson, and he can't hang on.
Nobody better than me.
Oh my God. The Saints they're so bad. I mean, guys, like, their expiration date, we can probably go all the way back to 2022 on them. Like, this is actually their death sentence, so I'll read their obituary, or, like, I guess, hypothetical obituary. But, of course, Saints now have the longest losing streak in the league, have lost 7 in a row. They have not done that in forever, whoever the heck knows how long. Of course, they started the season out so promising, 2-0, those 2 blowout wins. They were 37 points better than the Panthers now. Yeah, whatever that was. But for the Saints, obviously, they're done, obviously. 7 straight losses for them. Biggest things, I guess, they're playing. I don't even care who they're playing next week, but I think they're playing against the Falcons next week. That's gonna be fun. They're running their home crowd. Obviously, biggest dudes are firing their head coach Dennis Allen for good reason. I think it's like not Pat Narduzzi. It's Narduzzi. Their special teams. Ben Narduzzi, I think, is their special teams coordinator. He'll be their slapping bag for the second half of the season. But yeah, the Saints are just they're so bad. Panthers, you played not a complete game, but you played football, and that's a lot better than what we saw the past couple weeks. So, snaps your 4-game losing streak. You win the Tank Bowl, which kind of sucks. You want the #1 pick, but of course they moved to 2-7. Get a big win, obviously, and now Dave Canales has more wins than Frank Reich had all last year. I get it was basically similar number of games, but still he did something, which is good. They're going to be going up against we got a World War II. Reparations to say that at least next week. That'll be a game and a half. For the Saints though, Derek Carr 18-31, 236 and a touchdown. He was horrible. I don't care that he is most game-winning drive since 20. That's complete BS, guys. Derek Carr's a complete freaking bum. I don't know why the hell he's so bad. He killed Chris Olave. That was just a really dumb play call. I'm just gonna say it out there. That wasn't his fault in the last play, but still, Derek Carr didn't do anything for this team. Alvin Kamara is like so good. He needs to get traded. 29 for 155, as well as 6 for 60 receiving. Imagine the Cowboys get Alvin Kamara. That would actually be kind of cool. Will it happen? Probably not, but I mean that would be a pretty good hypothetical. Taysom Hill also had a touchdown on the ground. Sharked Alvin Kamara's touchdown. He had a great week in fantasy anyway, though. Taysom Hill 441. Obviously, Foster Moreau caught a touchdown as well. What I gotta say for this offense, O-line was kind of crappy. Not a little worse, but not great. Chris Olave needs to retire. He has 4 concussions in 3 years. I said that about Tua too. I thought that was probably a wise decision, but I mean, Chris Olave, bro, I mean, you got to really think about it. Again, I'm just saying, like, is it really worth it? I don't think it is, but yeah, that really sucks. I really hope he gets better, and I really hope he makes the best decision for himself. Again, we saw with Andrew Luck and all that other stuff. Make the decision that you think is the right one. Honestly, I would not want to come back to the Saints, but that's just me. Either way, for this defense, I don't care. They gave up 23 points to the Panthers, and that's bad enough as it is. For the Panthers, Bryce Young was actually not too bad. Hopefully gets traded to a team that's not going to play him. Drew Robert, obviously, the game-winning touchdown. He is Barry Sanders this year. I don't know why, but he is. Taven Sanders, obviously, with one of the best plays in the week. It was not in the top, at least in the intro, because I really didn't care about it. But he had a really nice hurdle, like 40-plus yard play. One of the longest plays of the Panthers this year. Jalen Coker, I'm not going to say the rest of that. But he was out there. Xavier League had a touchdown. And, yeah, that's their entire offense. Ken Mukwano was also a turnstile this week. Defensively, Damani Richardson, I gotta really watch him, honestly, in film. I watched a little bit of him, but I gotta watch a lot more of him. Charles Harris had a dirty sack, outside, like, not like dirty, but it was a really nice play. Had a nice sack. Obviously, outside of that, though, I don't really care, because they suck. Caleb Farley, I did not realize was on this team, but it's good to see him out there playing. He had a couple nice plays. Shy-Town out of 3 tackles, again, that's overall. I'm gonna be watching a lot of Caleb Farley, though, because I'm actually really rooting for that guy. Dane Jackson also shouldn't be on this team. They should trade him somewhere. For the Saints, though, 430 yards of offense. Wait, I don't even know. Someone got traded to the Cardinals. Cardinals-Broncos trade. Baron Browning. I'll talk. Well, I guess we'll talk about Baron Browning. I guess this has nothing to do with it, but I guess we'll just talk about him. Baron Browning has done absolutely nothing this year in 5 games. He just hasn't really played. He had a pretty solid year in 2022 overall. Again, he was a very versatile player. Just it really isn't a true pass rusher, but again, he'll give some power game, some versatility to that Cardinals defense. Again, that was kind of a train analysis. We'll get more to that later. I just wanted to bring it up at some point. So if I forget to do it for the Cardinals game, well, you'll just at least remember that. All right, now for the Saints' big stats. All right, first things first. Alright, the Saints are the first team in NFL history to have over 425 yards, give up under 250, have no turnovers, and still lose. That kind of just tells you why Dennis Allen got fired. Also, this reminds me of the game they had against the Falcons back in last year, where they had like 450 yards of offense, and they should have scored like 5 touchdowns, but they didn't have any touchdowns. I mean, again, there was a turnover that the Falcons had like 250 yards rushing. But again, I wanted to bring it back to that because that was a game the Cowboys easily should have won. But I'm not the Cowboys. The Saints easily should have won. But of course, that Derek Carr pick 6 kind of like ruined that. But they can throw the ball for over 34 minutes, guys. There's no excuse for them losing this one. And of course, they did because they suck. And yeah, good win, Panthers. Again, probably not gonna win many other games this year. But hey, big win, obviously. Tank Bowl W. Yeah, I really don't care. That's what I got for here. Oh, shoot, we got another one of these. At least this one, the next one was, no, here's the other one.
A couple of times in the last decade, the Patriots and Titans found each other in the postseason to varying success for both teams. Now, under new head coach.
Add to the injury report during the week because of an illness while he was, as they'll pitch it to Pollard. Tony Pollard in space, a lot of space.
Down there on the field, he's huge.
It's a throw. Rudolph makes the connection. Nick Vannett into the end zone, a touchdown.
Those dudes are hard to tackle.
Second down for May. He felt the pressure. He climbs the pocket straight ahead. Drake May is on the loose, and he's across the 40. May scanning and throwing. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tennessee's. He'll look that way. It's tipped, and it is intercepted by New England in the end zone. Confident. May, off play action, will lob it down the field in a one-hand try by Douglas.
Run it 3 straight times. What do we get?
1 yard is all they need. That is Stevenson, and a New England touchdown. The secondary as well. Pump fake for May. He lost the football. It's down and loose. And eventually the battle continues. Brown says the Titans. Mason Rudolph. Enough time to scan and throw. End zone touchdown. He's ready to throw. Nobody's open. Into the end zone. Touchdown. At the end of regulation. It is on the way and good. 25. As good as it gets from close range in the NFL today and all the way through his career. That is good. Hasty in on first down. May rolling, throwing back. Down the field, intercepted. The second for a money hooker.
That's my groove up cause I already know how this thing.
And the Titans get their second win of the season, snapping a 3-game losing streak, and of course this big tank ball over the Patriots. 2017, of course, was the final in OT. Drake May's arm punt clinched the Patriots' journey towards Travis Hunter, which of course they desperately need, or he needs to come here. They fall at 2-7, whatever. They're playing on they're playing next week. I don't know who they're playing. I got to think about that. They're playing the Bears next week in Chicago. They're gonna somehow win that one. Titans are They're going to LA next week. So yeah, kind of a bad loss for them because they actually kind of win. They actually probably would want to lose this one, but still, they get some cultural significance win, I guess. Brian Callen has something to talk about there. But yeah, again, it was a tank ball. Like, what did you expect? Drake May, again, the most insane touchdown ever. Again, second longest time before touchdown throw, and whoever the heck knows how long, obviously, with that Hail Mary last week, that was 16 seconds. This was 11.82 seconds to be exactly. I'm not going to go even deeper than that. But still, 29-41, of course, the Heat for the touchdown. 2 picks. First one was right at the Titans defender. I think it was target practice for Drake. I think I forgot that, again, he's not wearing blue anymore. So, yeah, that's what we got there. The interception, of course, was the arm punt at the end of the game, though. So, again, really smart play by Drake. 8 for 95. Again, he wasn't a wimp from not a chicken for not, again, taking that deep shot. The running game was atrocious. Drake May, I thought, got concussed, but he ran the ball really well. Hunter Henry, 756. Ramondre Stevenson also getting caught the touchdown. After that, though, this offense is just so bad. The way around it. Jelani Tobias, very good. 11 tackles, interception. He should get traded this deadline. Again, the deadline's tomorrow, but I got to get that out. Dietrich Wise Jr., 3 tackles in the sack. He's the best player on this defense right now. No, not in the secondary, but definitely the best in the front 7 in terms of, like, pass rushing, like, actually doing stuff. The Titans, Mason Rudolph is out there. Literally and figuratively. 128 for Tony Pollard on the ground. Calvin Ridley looks like a guy who could have a pretty good season, obviously, the rest of the way. Nick Westbrook, of course, got a touchdown as well as Nick Vannett. For this defense, 2 picks from Imani Hooker, who, he'll get traded. Probably not. Jeffrey Simmons had 5 tackles in the sack. He definitely won't get traded. Maybe. I don't know. Arnke had 2 tackles in the sack. He is better than Harold Landry was in this one. Even though Harold Landry was fine, guys. I just gave him crap because he missed a sack. But Jack Evans, 14 tackles and a half a sack. He should have been starting the whole time. And again, he's not. But Roger McCreary was also good in the slot. Overall, for this defense, they actually played really well. Again, playing against Patriots, you should look good. But still, I wanted to say that. Team stats. Again, 3 turnovers by the Patriots was really the difference in this one. Titans also controlled the clock a little bit longer than the Patriots. Not really, though, considering it was just overtime skewed. With that said, that's really all I got for you guys in this one. Again, yeah, tank ball win for the Titans, I guess. Patriots are looking for Travis Hunter. That's all I got for you guys here. Let's get to our next game.
And we welcome you to beautiful Cincinnati, Ohio, where the Bengals and Raiders are ready to clash on Fox. Bengals quarterback Joe Burrow still looking for that first.
So second down and goal. That's Bowers in motion. The hand to White, and no doubt about that one. That's a Raiders touchdown. Flushed on the roll, looking to the end zone. He finds Chase Brown for the touchdown. To play in the second quarter. Burrow steps up, throws over the middle to the 3, to the 2, the dive to the goal line. Andre Yosivach.
The chart.
Third goal. Burrow on the roll, directing traffic, throws back across his body, and he finds Drew. Headline, 3rd down and 3 in a fumbled exchange. The ball tipping around, loose on the turf, scooped up by the Bengals. Pressure from Crosby as if on cue. Burrow gets away, throws to the end zone, and a diving catch at the back of the end zone for Mike Gesicki. 10, and it's intercepted. Jack Jones with the pick 6 for Las Vegas. 3rd and 6. Burrow wide open. Gesicki running free, loping to the end zone.
Position that the team had put itself in.
And Hendrickson again, his 4th sack of the day. Ball loose and pounced on.
When you talk about interception percentage, so it was very strange to him trying to work through that process too.
Ritter on the roll, throws for the end zone and a touchdown.
Out of sight of me that I don't know. Out of sight.
Bengals fans, you mad I didn't acknowledge you, of course, before your highlights? Well, you haven't earned it this year, so yeah, you bet. Yeah, okay. But yeah, still, the Bengals, they blew out the Raiders. There's really nothing much more to say there. They're playing the game of their life next week in Baltimore, Thursday Night Football, of course, where their season ended basically last year because Joe Burrow's wrist. So I'm gonna be pumped for that one just because I want to see some crazy football. But the Bengals need to win that one. They're 4-5. 4-6 is not going to really get you in the playoffs, at least from what we've seen this year, unless some shenanigans go on. Raiders are 2-7. They're the worst. 5 straight losses. Their offense is might be the worst in football. They fired their OC and Luke Getsy among 2 other people I don't even know. Antonio Pierce might get fired. I hope he doesn't, but maybe. The Raiders are just horrible. They're playing themselves next week. It's probably not gonna go well for them. Garner got benched. He's been horrible this year. Desmond Ridder was accurate, I guess. He had a garbage time touchdown. Running game was horrible and just didn't really use it too much. Zamir Wood-Iveson, they honestly good opening drive. I mean, like first, like I don't even know. They went up, then they got the stop. Like they were looking good. But yeah, obviously Zamir with the opening touchdown. Jacoby Myers had a good game, garbage time, but still 8 for 105. Brock Bowers had a touchdown in garbage time. Defensively, I don't care. They sucked. Anyone who played well, I'm not going to talk about you because, well, I mean, Corbin Bennett was actually really good. Jack Jones had a pick 6. Yeah, he did. Outside of that, though, I mean, that might have been like the least talked about pick 6 of the year. Like no one's gonna remember that. I'm gonna forget it too next week. They have got injured. I didn't acknowledge that. My bad. But yeah, outside of that, I mean, who cares? Daniel Carlson didn't break a field goal. He actually made it. Joe Burrow threw 5 touchdowns. Probably the quietest 5 touchdown game you'll ever see. Second time he's done it. That's kind of crazy. 2 times this year. Chase Brown, 120 yards on 27 carries. Mike Gesicki, 5 for 100, 2 touchdowns. Obviously, the 46-yard touchdown as well. Gritting in the end zone. I don't even know. He might have. I don't really remember. And yeah, 3 other guys caught touchdowns. Jamar Chase also quietly not really productive game. Defensively, Trey Henderson was a bull. He had 4 sacks, like 8 pressures. It was ridiculous. Mike Hilton, 8 tackles, and as well as Logan Wilson had 9. Chris Jenkins Jr. had a sack and a really nice play. Again, it was basically Trey Henderson was getting quadruple team by the end of the game. But still, don't know this guy's name. And yeah, again, that's really the highlight. This dude getting playing time. I don't know how to pronounce your name, bro. Like, who are you? Like, actually. You have been in the league? Never. You played at Wisconsin? I do not remember you. And I hope you're a good player. But yeah, I guess we got to watch him. Ed McPherson had 2 field goals. And then for the team stats, who cares? Because, I mean, the Bengals had a lot of yards. The Raiders just didn't. And, pick 6 by Jack Jones. Don't forget about that. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys in this one. Probably the least notable game of the day. Now let's get to a little bit more of a notable one. No, it's a lot more notable.
Daniel Jones and the New York Giants play host to Jaden Daniels, the rookie quarterback, who is can't-miss television. Singletary comes in. Jones, pressure coming, and it's almost intercepted. He tried to get rid of it. The ball, they're going to rule it incomplete right away.
It's a Shane Bowen, the DC, not allowing him to get in goal line.
Daniels, quick pass, caught in the end zone. It's Terry McLaurin for a Commanders touchdown. On 1st and goal, Jones to throw, floats one open to the back of the end zone, and hauling it in is Chris Manhurst. Okay.
But he ain't small, let me tell you that.
And they aren't keeping him from getting in the end zone. Eckler to the goal line, touchdown. In there, not for 3 people. Daniels fires and complete. Inside the 45.
Chips.
McLaurin, top of your screen. Looking that way, the throw. And Terry McLaurin has his 2nd touchdown catch of the day. Out of the game, and he is right in the end zone. Daniel Jones with a touchdown run. Robinson, Jones, down the middle of the field, and open. Theo Johnson into the end zone for a touchdown. That point as Jaden Daniels is wide open, and the catch is made. Olamide Zaccheaus.
And the Commanders win their the Commanders are 7-2. That's their best record since 1996. They, of course, will be playing the Steelers next week in a heavyweight Mid-Atlantic showdown. That game's going to be a doozy. Of course, surviving and advancing against the Giants 27-22. Of course, they led at 21-7 at halftime. Giants lose their fourth in a row. They're not 2-7 or tied for the worst record in the league. And again, they're on their way to getting a #1 pick, which would be good. I don't know if that's going to be good because Cam Ward will probably be their quarterback, which I actually like, but I'm not ranting about that right now. That's for draft season. But still, 2-7 on the season now. Obviously, they will be going up against a really good, really formidable opponent next week. More, again, World War II reparations there. But outside of that, I mean, this game kind of just happened. Jaden Daniels, 15 of 22, 209, 2 touchdowns. Both of them were to Terry McLaurin, who had those only catches of the game. I would have been pissed if those weren't touchdowns because that means he would have led an egg in fantasy. I still got blown out, but still. Noah Brown, 5 for 60. He was pretty good. Olamide Zaccheaus had a big catch at the end of the game there. Chris Rodriguez and Austin Eckler were not really efficient, but they got the job done. Of course, Austin Eckler with that touchdown. He got too many red zone carries there, or just goal line, to be honest. Jeremy Chin looks like a guy who could be pretty good this year. Dante Fowler Jr. had 2 sacks. Outside of that, though, fumble forced and recovered by him. Max Sanders still is going into his position, and they could have been better. I get Daniel Jones is probably not going to be the quarterback next year, but he got his first touchdowns at MetLife Stadium in 3 years. No, 2 years, because he didn't have one last year. 3 total touchdowns for Daniel Jones. He's like, yeah, you're talking how I can't score at home? Well, look at me now. Yeah, 2 touchdowns from him. Through the air, and then obviously 1 on the ground. Tyler Tracy was pretty good, just kind of fell down, so they didn't really get to use him that much. Malik Neighbors got targeted 11 times, feed him the football. Theo Johnson had a 35-yard touchdown, effectively garbage time. Chris Manners also got a touchdown. With that said, though, Daniel Jones obviously bowled over some guys for that touchdown. Offensively, could have been a worse day overall. The O-line is still a mess. Defensively, they just kind of had a run-in-the-mill day. I mean, they got in some bad situations, so that's part of it, but still, they're kind of just had a whatever day. Dexter Lawrence was their only run defender, too. I'd like to say that. Jude McTamney, I don't know who this dude is, but he had a field goal. First of his career, good, too. Good for him. I did not know it was that close in terms of yards. The Giants actually had the ball longer, too. Again, that fumble really screwed them, though. And also, they kind of were, again, it was a weird game, but, yeah. The Commanders are able to be a little bit more effective with the 6.0 yards per play. And that's all I got for you guys in this one. Yeah, Commanders sweep the Giants on the season, and they also don't fear them anymore, which makes sense. And that's how bad the Commanders used to be. But, of course, best Commanders team we've seen in, like, forever, so that's awesome. But, until next game, Commanders fans, see ya. And now let's get to, more Dallas Cowboys.
Well, Dak Prescott hasn't been protecting the rock lately. He's had more picks than touchdowns over his last 3 games. Today, he and the Cowboys try to turn the thing around.
Cousins, 5 in the pattern again. Up top for his red zone machine. Touchdown, Drake London.
Language, how they feel.
Pressure coming on Cousins. That ball is out. Robinson batted it forward and into the hands of Donovan Wilson. Scrimmage. They give it to C.D. Lamb on a little jet sweep, and it's Kaden Ellis who drives them back with the rest of the Falcons.
It's 4 over 3.
That's exactly what's happening. Cousins throws to the vacated spot, and Darnell Mooney can walk home for a touchdown. Prescott looking to throw. Pumps off the back foot, stays on his feet, now on the move, floats it to the end zone, caught! Hunt, Wanye Thomas is the protector who's calling out the signals, and it is a fake for Brian Anger, and incomplete.
Want to keep this thing to a 1-possession game as long as they can.
Cousins, time, looks, wide open man, touchdown Ray McLeod.
See this Dallas Cowboys front starting to wear down.
Algier. Pushing, getting a push, getting the touchdown.
His toughness and competitive spirit.
Rush, looking deep for C.D. Lamb. Could not hold on, and look at him grabbing that right arm. Atlanta shows and brings pressure. Rush, back of the end zone. It is a touchdown for Jalen Tolbert.
But in the end, it's still so lonely. In the night, I hear him talk.
Oh yeah, I forgot to say, Deontay Banks, the Giants' #1 corner, just is so bad this year. Holy crap. But back on topic for this one. Falcons build up a good lead in a very consistent scoring spread. 7, 7, and 6. I don't know the last time I saw that by quarter. But that was enough to knock off the depleted and hopeless and disinterested and pathetic Cowboys. 27-21. It was not this close. Window dressing by Cooper Rush, who I guess is the new window dresser for the Cowboys, obviously, with Dak probably being out until Thanksgiving or until later notice. Cowboys hold a 3-5, third straight loss. They have not had a losing streak of this magnitude since 2020, but realistically, since they were without Dak for like most of the year that year, let's go back to 2019, where of course they were 3-0 to start the year and ended up being 3-3 in that type of speed. But still, they're not 3-5. They were 3-5 back in 2018. I like to remember you guys, or remind you about that. And they were also playing an incompetent coach in that next week, in that again with Doug Marrone. But hey, Nick Sirianni might be incompetent next week, but he also coaches a team that's 6-2 and is way better than that Jaguars team was in 2018. And I would be shocked if the Cowboys won next week. So yeah, they're not coming back like they did in 2018. Any Cowboys fans hold them for hope there. Maybe they trade for Bryce Young and they go off. I don't know. Or Trey Lance is great. Back on the actual team that's going to be good. The Falcons are 6-3. They're a team that I really don't take too seriously. But hey, they're going to be solid. They're going to probably win the division. I mean, they should win, I guess. But still, Falcons are in a really good spot. Obviously, they're just a good team. They've won back-to-back games after that blowout loss. They're going to be taking on the Saints next week. That is an inexcusable game to lose. They could be 8-3, and yeah, they're in a good spot. Dak was okay when he played. He got injured. I don't really know. Cooper Rush, garbage time numbers. They ran the ball well. Rico Dowdle in the garbage time, but outside again, can't run the football. Jake Ferguson was good in garbage time. Same thing with CeeDee Lamb before he got injured. Rico Dowdle a touchdown as well as Jalen Tolbert. I mean, this offense, I don't even know what to talk about them with. It's kind of like nothing applies, to be honest with you guys. Their O-line sucks. Or no, they don't. My bad. They don't suck. Holy crap. They were not good in this game overall, which is kind of hard to do. You're playing the Falcons. Also, they just can't really block super well in terms of penetration. They can just not really that O-line. I would say Tyler Smith, though, and Zach Martin have been very good this year. I just don't. I mean, they just haven't really been that great this year. That's just kind of how it is. Defensively, though, Kalen Carson, 7 tackles. Looks like a guy who could be very good for this team. Carl Lawson also 2 sacks. DeMar Overshown get traded for a first-round pick because he has been arguably the best linebacker in football this year. Donovan Wilson had 8 tackles. Eric Hunter had 9. Outside of that, though, this defense kind of was put in a bad spot, and they really couldn't recover from it. Brandon Aubrey had 2 field goal scores with that 57-yard bomb. That's not there yet. Falcons, Kirk Cousins had a very undershadowed day. 19 of 24, 222, 3 touchdowns. Handstand touchdown from Drake London. Brandon McLeod III, what a long name, what a name. Touchdown. Darnell Mooney also had another long touchdown, second straight week with that. Bijan has now had, 4, 3, 5 straight games? I don't know. Something like that with over 100 scrimmage yards. He, of course, had 145 in total in this one. Tyler Alligator had a touchdown as well. For the defense, Caden Ellis was very good. 13 tackles, had a blitz sack. Alford looks like a guy who could be a very good slot for them. AJ Terrell has been himself this year, to say the least. Jesse Bates is arguably the best safety in football. Arnold Ebiketie had a nice sack. Like I said, the Cowboys O-line did not pass protect very well in this one. And then when we look at the team stats, yeah, the Cowboys actually outgained them, but it didn't really matter because getting garbage time numbers. Falcons actually had a turnover and still won. I don't really care about this game because I mean the Falcons were a better team. Cowboys, you guys are obviously already done. Trade somebody, and yeah, your season's over. Dak's injured. Again, it's really rare when you don't have stuff to talk about with the Cowboys, but guys, this is just a team that's just completely cooked. Their roster needs completely restructuring. I might even say retool. They might even need to rebuild. But with that said, all I got for you guys here. Let's get to our next one. Obviously, this one, the next one again, really isn't getting talked about much, but should definitely.
Today for the Broncos and Ravens, 2 coaches who have just magnificent careers, each with a Super Bowl win and each with precisely
a Bo Nix.
Hurry up. They fake the toss to go bootleg. Pass got away from him, and it's intercepted. They're going to run it up the middle. Bouncing off one player, and Henry takes it home for his 100th career. That's Sutton you're drawing up there at the top. They got a reverse play. Sutton with a throwback pass. Caught at the goal line for the touchdown. Steps up from the heat. Slides, throws, completes the pass to Flowers for the touchdown. First and 10, down the middle, look wide open. It's Flowers again, and he breaks the tackle, and he's off to the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
We're going to see if this is going to work because they're changing plays too on the other side.
Henry galloping. Henry's got his 1,000. Henry's inside the 20 and down. It's Henry outside. It's Henry for the touchdown again.
Wait for the trickery.
Here's the wide open target. Ricard with the touchdown catch. And Jackson's the first to. And the Broncos get on the board one more time. Here's the fling. The throw is over the head.
I mean, after all the things that we've been through, I mean, after all.
Nothing much to talk about here. Yup, the Ravens, again, kind of like that commander scheme. They take care of business, but they really take care of business. Blowing the doors off the Broncos 41-10. Again, that's why this game isn't being talked about enough. I like to talk about it, though, because there's a lot of good storylines in here. Obviously, the Broncos are a team that are going to be, they'll be in the mix. They're 5-4. They're probably going to fall to 5-5. They're playing the Chiefs next week. But still, this is a team playing a lot better than they should be. So, again, getting blown up by the Ravens is exactly how it should have went. Ravens are obviously looking to be one of the best teams in the AFC, or are one of the best teams in the AFC. They probably are. Again, last week I just think it was a trap game. Again, I wasn't thinking too deep into it. But this defense played a lot better, which is good to see. Even again, the Broncos' offense isn't that good. But still, they're 6-3. They got a massive one on Thursday night against the Bengals. Bo Nix was... he kind of sucked. That's about it. I mean, he had some really weird looks from the Baltimore secondary. But still, he hung in there. Running game was atrocious. He actually caught a touchdown, though. That was pretty cool. I would have said that would have been the best play of the week, but then Saquon showed up in the fourth quarter. So, you know. Cortland Sutton, his best game of the year, 7 for 122. Defensively, John Franklin Myers had a sack, and they got cooked. a lot. I'll say up front, though, they just really didn't do anything. Nick Bonito was pretty good off the edge. Jaquan McMillan kind of got manhandled a lot. They asked him to really be their primary, what is it called, C-gap defender. Again, on a lot of run designs. That really didn't work out too well. So it usually does, but again, that Daniel Falele, holy crap, he is a monster. Jonathan Cooper was also good, as well as Pat Surtain playing pretty decent. Overall, though, this even just got completely plowed over, though. That's kind of how it should have been. Ravens, Lamar, another perfect passer in a game. He's going to win MVP if he has anything to say about it. Derrick Henry, another 100-yard game at 2 touchdowns. Of course, now is over 100 touchdowns a year, as well as over 1,000 yards in the season. So, yeah, crazy year for him. Zay Flowers, 5 for 127, 2 touchdowns. I heard this, that he sounds like AB when he was young. AB's the best route runner in NFL history, in my opinion. Again, I know that sounds just insane, but trust me, if you watched him, again, it's not like that was that long ago either. Like, again, you can just go watch his highlights. AB, insane route runner, even if he's, again, CTE times 1,000. But still, Patrick Record also got a touchdown. Defensively, they played well, and that's all that matters. Kyle Hamilton's so good. Justin Tucker also had 2 field goals. Didn't break any either. Team stats, though, nearly 400 yards for the Ravens offense. They controlled the clock pretty much, as well as taking the early lead. Outside of that, though, again, kind of just like a run-of-the-mill game for the Ravens. They also averaged almost 3 more yards per play. I'd like to mention that, too. I don't know how long the touchdown was for what is called Zay Flowers' his second one, I think. But that was actually really good. But outside of that, the Ravens O-line played well. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys here. And yeah, see ya for the Ravens Thursday night game in the next one. Now let's get to a one that was obviously insane.
On a sunny November day in Philadelphia, Week 9 of the NFL continues. The Eagles break out the Kelly Green
Injury as Braden Mann boots it. Trammell from the 14-yard line, lost the football, and the Eagles fall on it. Keely Ringo. Van Sumeren, so second down and 10. Hurts with time, now looking end zone for Barkley. Got it! Touchdown!
Hurts has time. Now locates Barkley out of the backfield. Barkley slips 2 tackles and picks up the first down. Whipping up in the air to the 30. 42 and 2 timeouts for a Jacksonville offense that has really struggled in the first half. And ETN couldn't hold on to it. Did Bond pick it? They're down at 17. They'll run it with Barkley. Barkley at the 10. Touchdown! 2 for 2 on their 2-point tries this year. It's the tush push. Hurts trying to get there. Fighting for it. No signal yet. Chased by Carter. Lawrence hit as he throws. That was Josh Sweat who got a portion of. Hurts looking deep down the field for Dotson. Oh, and he jumped and he caught it. What a grab by Dotson. Hurts keeps it himself. Has some room. Hurts at the 10. 5. Touchdown. Jalen Hurts with the score. A late flag. Bixby the running back. Lawrence trying to do it himself, and he gets in for the Jacksonville touchdown. Barkley on first down. 10-5 touchdown. Pressure's coming. Hurts steps up. He's got a big lane to run. Jalen Hurts down the sideline. Play fake. Hurts looking deep. He's going to take a shot for Devontae Smith. He's got him inside the 20. 3rd and 22. Hurts looking end zone for Smith. And they get the free in. Touchdown! Lawrence has a wide open man, and he's got the first down. That clock at 1. Lawrence not aware. Just gets the snap off in time. On second down, he'll run it up the middle and in for the touchdown. Elliott misses. From 57 yards away, Elliott, will it go through? No! To do whatever they want. Lawrence has time, looking for Johnson, and it's picked off! McCoby Dean!
Oh, how could you be so...
Of course, 22 points led by a reverse hurdling, no look, whatever you back hurdle, Saquon Barkley. The Eagles are able to overcome their moronic head coach's decisions to hang on against the Jaguars 20-23. They, of course, now moved to 6-2 with their 4th straight win off the bye. That defense looked so good in the first half, then fell apart in the third quarter. and then they kind of fell apart. Whatever, they're still a great defense. Of course, I mean, the Eagles' defense is still by. But they, of course, the Cowboys don't blow that one next week. And the Jaguars they're playing the Vikings, and will probably be a weird game. But still, they're 2-7, of course, now in the season. They have lost back-to-back since coming to London. And back from London, of course, Doug Peterson will probably get fired at some point this year. The Jags should have won this game. I mean, guys, they had the opportunity. Like, what the hell was that? But either way, yeah, this was a mess. Trevor Lawrence was not good. Nearly under 50%. Obviously, the two bad picks. The first one, I guess, wasn't too bad, but the second one was really bad. They didn't run the ball. Trevor Lawrence had oddly 2 rushing touchdowns, whatever. Evan Ingram should get traded. Outside of that, though, Brian Thomas Jr. got completely locked up by Quinion Mitchell. Rookie on rookie. Yeah, that one is wet. He might have boosted his rookie of the year if Jared Verse didn't exist. So, yeah. Forsythe Luukong, 8 total tackles. He looked like a pretty good presence. His run defense. Josh Allen was very efficient off the edge. He had like 2 sacks. I think both of them were under like 5 seconds. Pretty fast there. Jordan Jefferson also had a sack. Trayvon Walker did absolutely nothing because I don't even think he played. He's on IR, I think. Whatever. I got confused with that one. Tyson Campbell changed his name. Outside of that, though, the secondary was kind of Swiss cheese for part of this game. It wasn't the separation. It was just the fact, again, I don't think they were really communicating too well. And there also some of the tackling was a little bit of an issue. But overall, that Jags defense in the second half, you really can't complain too much how they played. Oh, Trayvon Walker did play. He had the pick 6. That's what it was. Yeah, I played you guys. Eagles, though. Jalen Hurts, 18-24, 230 and 2 touchdowns. Obviously, the beauty of a touchdown to Devontae Smith. He did that fumble was really ugly. Saquon obviously also the touchdown to begin the game. He had 2 total touchdowns as well as nearly had 200 scrimmage yards of offense. If you watched SportsCenter with Aaron Dolan yesterday, I think you would have saw that she said Saquon under 89.5. So anyone with that bet, I guess it's a bad beat because you went way over. Jalen Hurts rushing touchdown as well, 67 total yards. One of his better rushing games of the season. Nick Sirianni honestly put this team in some really bad spots, though. I mean, this should not have been this close. I'm not going to give examples because, honestly, I don't really want to think about that right now. Defensively, Zach Bond had 10 tackles as well as an interception. Josh Sweat had 2 sacks, as well as an interception, of course. On the leaping play from Nakobe Dean, Jordan Davis was also a brick as run defender in good and bad ways. Jalen Carter, I don't think he had recorded the pressure in this one, but he won a couple times. Jake Elliott also missed a field goal. That was also one of the reasons it was this close. Team stats, Eagles had almost 400 yards of offense, had 237 yards on the ground. That's a lot, obviously. They controlled the clock. 3 turnovers by the Jaguars also went their way, as well as being 9-17 on 3rd down. This game should not have been this close. They were up 22-0 for a reason. But, of course, with this defense being put in some bad spots again with some really, really, really weird decisions by Nick Sirianni, as well as being way too aggressive in some points. Put this team in some bad spots. With that said, though, that's all I got for you guys in this one. Eagles get to 6-2. They got a bit, and they're playing the Cowboys this week. They should be fine. With that said, though, here's to the other regional game at 4 o'clock. And this game was pretty disappointing, I guess.
Last Sunday, it was a gut punch for the Bears against Washington on the wrong end of a 52-yard Hail Mary touchdown. The
extra offensive lineman, Heck. 1st and goal. They get the tight end. McBride looking for the angle. Touchdown. Pulls out of the job. And Eberflus decides, no, I like that. Deep shot, separation, and it's caught. The rookie, Odunze.
Allows him to be a veteran. These kids are listening to him.
Murray, a laser beam downfield. The ball pops free. Marvin Harris. On a give. Benson takes it for the touchdown.
For Chicago.
3rd and 6. Williams fires it, and it's off the body of Keenan Allen. The pocket, you're there to throw. You only run when you have to. It's DiMercato breaking away. DiMercato got him out. 5 defensive backs. Williams in the pocket. They're going after him, and they get to him. A convoy to the quarterback. Go with the tight formation. Murray fumble. DiMercato needed a half a yard, and he couldn't secure the football. 194 yards. 4th and 5. Deep drop. Williams to throw it. Lays it out there. And Keenan Allen.
On this road, he lost his soul.
And the Bears come up limp in their journey to Glendale as they get beat up badly. 29-9 was final score. It was a very sloppy and ugly game. But nevertheless, Cardinals win their third straight. They're now 5-4 in the division. They will host the Jets next week in what will be a very fun showdown for them and for the Jets, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. They should not be 5-4, but they are, and I'm going to have to deal with it until the Rams can, do something about it. Bears, on the other hand, are 4-4 now. Have lost back-to-back games. Caleb Williams slumped up the field late. Here's my opinion. I already kind of talked about with the injury news again at the way beginning of this video. If you're still watching this, holy crap, you're a legend. But still, that, honestly, I don't think was the worst thing. Because, again, if you pull your quarterback, you're waving the white flag. You're saying, yeah, like, whatever. And, again, as much as you might think, it's just making sure everyone's not injured, I think, in the long run. Yes, but culturally and just, like, on the effect on your team, like, you're like, man, I don't think, like, basically saying, we give up. You can never give up. You got to realize that. Again, sometimes it's okay, but, like, I don't like it. Sean McVay, obviously, you could argue did the same thing, though, because Cooper Kupp was out there when they were down 27-10 with like 4 minutes to go back in 2022 against him, and then he broke his ankle. So there is, I guess, merit to it, but I just didn't really like it in terms of the fact that, again, people are like criticizing Luke, Matt Eberflus. I don't think he's the right head coach. I think he's a horrible head coach, but I don't think that was the thing they'll really blame him about. Yeah, KO getting injured really sucks, but like, it's gonna happen anyway. It could have been on any other play, like, too. I don't see that as the biggest deal in the world. Running game was atrocious, though. The O-line is just, it's falling apart. Roma Dunze was good, though, had a nice deep catch. After that, though, Keenan Allen's just really bad. DJ Moore did absolutely nothing. I'm kind of happy. Fantasy-wise, that's like the first couple plays. Didn't really do much, so I guess that's good for me. Tyreek Stevenson bounced back, sort of. Run defense was non-existent. No one really stayed in their gap. Jacob Martin, I will say, played pretty well, though. Jack Sanborn had a rough time, taking on blocks. TJ Edwards just got completely manhandled. Wasn't completely his fault, though. He's going up against these huge guys. Kevin Byard was good, I guess, as a box guy. Tremaine Edmonds was all over the place. Yeah, this defense just kind of had one of their worst games of the year. 52-yarder from Carlos Santos. He had 2 50-yarders as well. And, of course, the Bears not getting the end zone. Shane Waldron probably might be the most inconsistent offensive coordinator in the league. Against Cardinals defense that really stepped up. Let's first talk about them. They proved to Jonathan Gannon that they're like a group that's worth investing in. Budda Baker is one of the best safeties in the league, obviously. That really helped out the run defense this week. Kaiser White is the absolute, like, lockdown center guy of this defense. Obviously, he's the Mike. He gets this group together, and honestly, he's been playing a fantastic role this year. Xavier Thomas was very good. They ran a lot of blitzes, I get that, but they were very effective with them. Obviously, Zaven Collins, 2 sacks, really showing it. Again, that athleticism that we saw coming out of college and the versatility as well. Kyler and this offense, he just didn't really turn over the football and really put this team in bad situations. And again, in some games, that's completely fine. Also, again, had a big third down conversion. Trey McBride also ran a touchdown. They had 3 rushing touchdowns in total, 213 total yards for the team. They ran the ball down their throat, 53-yard touchdown from Amari DiMarcano as well. Pretty simple. All-line played fantastic. That's all they really needed. Again, talked about this defense already. Chowdhury also was very good. He looks like, again, a very good kicker, obviously. Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens when they get Matt Prater back. They might even be able to trade him soon. Who knows? But 350 total yards for the Cardinals on offense was a big part of this one as well. They did lose 2 fumbles, which was a little bit weird. But, again, with how bad that Chicago offense played, you kind of got to be happy with how this Cardinals team played as well. So, all I got for you guys here. Again, the Patriots are playing the Bears next week, so maybe a Bears opportunity to bounce back. With that said, though, now let's get to the best game of the week so far.
Welcome to Seattle. Geno Smith and the Seahawks getting set to host Matthew Stafford and the LA Rams.
And that's what really set them apart in that game. Buffalo converted, and they couldn't.
3rd down and 9. The pass is picked off on the deflection. Jalen McCullough from the 23-yard line. Stafford with time. Fires downfield. It's Cooper Kupp. Second quarter.
Got him again.
Flag thrown. Catch is made and taken in for a touchdown. Pocket. 30-yard catch and run. Extra point. But classy, and he specifically mentioned side man. Stafford going deep.
Intercepted.
Another flag. Smith goes deep, and it's caught by Smith and Jigba. Smith steps up, and now he throws. End zone, touchdown, Smith and Jigba. 2nd and goal. Stafford, end zone, touchdown. DeMarcus can't find anyone. Backpedaling. Wow. Throws picked off. Cameron Kitchens takes it all the way back. Oh, blocked.
Seahawks special teams comes up big.
Tough to watch at times.
Second and goal. Smith pass.
My goodness.
Is that one picked off?
That is picked off.
Smith throws, and it's caught! Jackson Smith in Jigba! From the 14 on first down. Smith to the end zone! Smith and Jigba! Touchdown! Brady Russell in at fullback. On fourth down, it's Walker.
Oh, I don't think he got it, Kenny.
Second down and 6. Fake to Williams. Stafford fires downfield. And it's caught for a touchdown by Robinson.
I'm not gonna act like I have a reaction to this one because I wasn't actually watching it when the crazy stuff happened. But my Rams were their third in a row and are now back at 500, which I did not think was gonna happen. I wasn't going completely haywire when we were 1-4 going to the bye week, but I wasn't thinking we were gonna be this good. But hey, we are. We have a very good shot going 6-4. Please don't choke next week on Monday Night Football against the Dolphins. But with that said, yeah, they win this big division battle against the Seahawks, and again, a game that honestly, I'm gonna tell you right now, going to halftime, like they're gonna blow up because Puka. All right, this is how it went. Puka pick on the Stafford deep ball, whatever you want to call it. Not Stafford. Puka just absolutely, it was a pretty crappy ejection, but he got ejected nonetheless. Then obviously the Seahawks get the bomb from Geno Smith on the hard counts, which again I'll get to in a second. So Geno obviously deep ball to JSN. Then the touchdown on like a ridiculous play because hard count. Again, we'll get to Geno in a second again later, but. That's how that ended the half. The Rams gave 2 touchdowns to Geno Smith. Geno Smith, first quarterback since Aaron Rodgers in kickoff weekend 2020 against the Vikings to throw 2 touchdowns in the last minute of the first half. So that's crazy. Or 2 minutes, whatever. Geno obviously crazy plays there in the first half. But then the Rams very steady out of the gate in the second half, which I think again Sean McVay again insanely good coaching by him, getting used to offense ready to go. And then obviously wild stuff happens. But again, I don't think if they didn't calm down after in that third quarter, I really don't think the Rams would have won this game. Obviously, again, incredible coaching job by him. Back at 500, very good shot next week. They're playing the Dolphins and the Patriots next 2 weeks. Good shot there. Seattle, you fall to 4-5. Womp womp. You're going in your bye week. I think you guys play the Niners after that big game for you guys there. Should be really fun to watch, but. Yeah, this team, again, after starting 3-0, has lost 5 out of their last 6. Not great, but you're still competitive. You did a very good shot winning this one. You can't really complain too much. Again, there's big issues with it in a little bit that I really don't think are going to be fixed anytime soon. But considering, again, how this game played, especially with Geno Smith, he is your guy. Stafford, I honestly think is the best pocket passer in the NFL right now. I really don't see why you'd say otherwise. Obviously, not the best quarterback in the league by any means, but pocket passing-wise, holy crap, he's so good. 25-44, I get that. The pick, again, kind of an arm punt, 298 and 2 touchdowns. He's so good. Like, oh my. I do not know where this team would be without him. Running game got shut down. I'm giving you right now. The Rams O-line got dogged up front, and Kyron in that running game just didn't really work out. Like the Lions game, they really struggled. Cooper Kupp, 11 for 104. He's so good. Again, he kind of like what is called some tough spots, but still, really good game by Cooper Kupp. Obviously, had to fight for all those yards as well. DeMarcus Robinson had 2 touchdowns as well as a 39-yard one-handed game-winning touchdown. I don't know what it is with this dude when he has Cooper Kupp or Puka Nacua on this field. He is like the best receiver in the NFL. Tyler Johnson had some big catches. Kyron Williams also had a 26-yard catch. Tutu needs to get more targets and more snaps and more reps and everything because he's fast and we need fast and he's not on the field. So what's going on there? Defensively, Christian Roseman had his best game of the season. Quentin Lake had 8 tackles and a sack. The pass rush was really good. Again, when they were able to get things going, obviously the hard cuts kind of like slowed them down at some points, but still it was great. Cam Kitchens is again we knew he was a playmaker coming out of college. Led the ACC in interceptions in back-to-back years. 2 picks, of course, the 103-yard pick six was of course the longest of the year up to play of this of the year up to this point. Again, it really helped. 3 tackles as well for him. Jalen McCall, again, has 4 picks in the season. McCall has had another interception in this one. Brandon Fisk was a monster in this one. Some Aaron Donald in his game, man. Watch it on film. Jared Verse, though, is by far the best defensive player of any rookie in the NFL right now. It isn't even close. Tyler Davis and Michael Hoyt were also pretty good as well. Overall, it's a very collective effort from the defense. And they're going to be really good the next couple years. Again, if Chris Shula stays their DC, because he's learning. All these guys are learning. It's really fun to watch this group grow. For the Seahawks, Geno Smith dogged this one out. 21 of 34, 363, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Yes, the interceptions were not good, but he kept his team in the game. as well as the fact that, again, he's probably the worst O-line in football. The Seahawks O-line, again, really dating back to, like, Russell Wilson, like, after, like, 2017. Again, when they were, like, honestly, yeah, let's say 2017 when they were a run-based offense. They've just not been a good O-line at all. Like, they've completely deteriorated. 2022, when Andy Dickinson was their head coach, again, he's now the Browns O-line coach. Again, ever since then, basically, to be honest with you guys, they've been crap. Abraham Lucas, again, one of their 2 rookie tackles that was fantastic in 2022 or 2021 was or 2022 just did absolutely nothing last year. Just really wasn't good at all, and this year hasn't played yet. So I get that, but again, a guy like that kind of just taking that away from. I don't want to call it DeJuan Jones of the Browns. Again, he's kind of been the complete opposite too. But still, their O-line is horrible right now. And the running game can't get going. Geno's doing everything. JSN had an amazing game, 7 for 180 and 2 touchdowns. Tyler Lockett also caught a touchdown. But overall, again, we came down to it. Geno had to do everything, and this offense was put in a really bad spot because this offensive line sucks. And Mike McDonald wasn't making the best decisions. I'll just say that. But still, Kenneth Walker getting stoned on 4th down with that O-line, how that Rams D-line was playing. I will also say the hard counts from Geno Smith really put that Rams O-line in a weird spot. Don't know why they didn't do it later in the game, but nonetheless, that's beyond me. Seahawks, yeah. Defensively, very undisciplined. They got bailed out. The Rams offense got bailed out a little bit too. Tyler Dotson and Ernest Jones didn't really look like they were too together yet, but again, they're both very talented, so they'll figure it out. Rico on the interception. He's one of the most inconsistent players in the league. Josh Jobe is just a doormat. Kobe Bryant was, I guess, okay. Devon Witherspoon really hasn't done too much this year. He's kind of been like Jeremy Pena. If you don't know, he was the shortstop that the Astros won World Series MVP in 2021 or 2022, the last time they won it. And that's how Devon Witherspoon's really playing like him again, kind of like a hangover or something like that. Julian Love was good though. Overall for this defense, I think they were aggressive. They played really well overall. Again, the Rams just kind of like outplayed them in some ways. Again, Seahawks outgained the Rams again with all this yardage. They did again 3 picks was the biggest difference though. The Rams had to really fight for this one. They got it, and they found a way to freaking win. And honestly, this is just great. I did not expect them to do this, and yeah, they did. So that's awesome. Well, that's all I got for you guys in this one. Now let's get to America's Game of the Week. And obviously, that was probably you guys were dreaming this game to be that one. But yeah, here were the highlights of that huge Lions and Packers game.
Here at Lambeau Field, the weather not a gem. It's a wet mess. Just what you'd want for a first-place battle in the NFC North for the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers, and we say welcome. Now this is Kraft gets under center, the tight end, and he's going to carry it for a first down. They are. Goff looking for him, throwing for him. It is caught, and he's in. Touchdown. And it's Jacobs. There's nobody home. Josh Jacobs still going, and he's inside the 40. And this kick is up. No good.
Come down the field.
Love, it's picked up. Now rolling out for the first time, and he throws an interception. It's picked off all the way down, and scoring for the Lions is Joseph. Here is Gibbs. First down and more. Gibbs in for the touchdown. Love going for Reed. He caught it. Oh, what a grab.
Finish the game and get us to wins.
4th down, Jacobs. He is not going to get there. They will run it. Manuel Wilson is in. Touchdown, Green Bay.
And the Lions continue to show they're the best team in the NFC with a pretty dominant or just decisive win over the Packers, 24-14. Crappy weather equals crappy play, and the Lions were less crappy and a lot more clean as they win their 6th in a row to get to 7-1, and of course are now definitively the best team in the NFC. Really, really. Packers obviously see their 4-game losing streak come to an end, but it's no worry. They're on their bye week. They got some stuff to figure out, obviously, but still, it's okay. Lions obviously will be going to Houston next week against Sunday Night Football. That'll be a very fun game for them, but still, again, the Lions are so good. Also, big thing for the Lions. First team in NFL history, obviously, back-to-back weeks, outgained by over 150 yards and win both games by double digits. Again, that just tells you how good they are. Jared Goff didn't have to do anything. Still 18 of 22, has the highest completion percentage in a 5-game span in NFL history. That's speaking to what Ben Johnson does, putting him in a good situation. Did throw a touchdown, though. Of course, 3-yarder, and then the handstand for Amon-Ra St. Brown, that was not pretty. But still, running game was pretty good overall. I'd say the O-line was a big part of it. I don't think Dave Montgomery had his best game, but still got it done. Jameer Gibbs with a burst of a touchdown. He's been very efficient the past 2 weeks. Again, very explosive as well. Amon-Ra St. Brown again had the touchdown. Overall, this offense again, just didn't really have to do too much. They again were very clean with the football. O-line played extremely well, penetrated really well as well. A lot of wells. And yeah, that's going to get them the win there. Defensively, Brandon Joseph was great with 6 tackles, especially in the open field. Jack Campbell had 10 tackles, as well as Carlton Davis boosting with 7. Kirby Joseph, of course, with the pick 6. Overall, this defense, got to be pretty happy with how they played. Anders Rachel Jr. and Terran Arlen, both the rookies, also excelled in this one as well. Jake Bates had a nice 27-yarder as well. For the Packers, Jordan Love, he's obviously a gunslinger. I'm just talking all about Brett Favre, but again, the biggest thing I think they need to do with him is coaching overall. Again, they can turn him into Matt Stafford. They should be good. Again, I don't think it'll be everything where, again, Jordan Love isn't at least somewhat reckless at times, which I honestly think is okay. But it's got to be aggression. That's what it's got to be. He can't be reckless. That's kind of how it is. Because, again, if they're going to be what they want to be, he can't be reckless. After that pick 6 was reckless. Same thing he did against the Rams. 273 passing yards overall, though. Again, garbage time numbers. Josh Jacobs had 1 long run. That was about it. Emmanuel Wilson also scored the Packers team's only touchdown of the game. Chandler Reed had a couple big plays, 5 for 113. Christian Watson got locked up. Now, outside of that, this offense just didn't really look as good as you might have hoped they would. Obviously, they haven't really been a great offensive team since we saw them back in Week 6 blow out the Cardinals. Defensively, they got just really manhandled up front, which is really weird because they're a big group. They just didn't really seem to be like too into it. Honestly, it didn't seem like they wanted to be out there too much either. I will say this, though, their pass coverage was pretty good. Sam McCain did do a good job back there manning everybody up. But Lucas Van Ness, Preston Smith could have had better games in this one. Brandon McManus also missed a field goal as well. It wasn't the end of the world, but still would have made this one-score game when it came down to it. But again, Packers outgained it by over 150 yards, like I did say. Again, it was basically garbage time numbers. But still, that bad pick 6 was really honestly the difference in this one when we put it down to it. So was that mixed field goal. So take that out of the game, guys. It's 14-14. Or 17-17, my bad. And that's all I got for you guys in this one. Packers fans can't really worry too much. Again, it was, again, a rough game in terms of weather. And you saw the difference in this one as well. So, again, kind of like an underwhelming result overall. But, hey, the Lions are the best team in the NFC, guys. Maybe even the best team in the entire NFL. Again, we'll see what happens in that Chiefs games. But, yeah, they got the decisive win. And, yeah, now here we'll style whatever you want to call Sunday Night Football.
A raw, overcast November night in Minneapolis, but nice and warm and loud. Looks like the Vikings have it. Arnold able to escape. Eyes up, fires into intercepted by Franklin. 16 to Jefferson, backwards pass. Jefferson throws it back, and here's Aaron Jones. Jones got the first down. The ball, I think, was
that. So the Colts, with all our conversation about the changes on offense, it is the same old, same old.
Oh, hell no!
And on So Not Fun, the Vikings, yeah, they get the W. I said don't worry, Vikings fans, and you got the W again. It wasn't pretty, it wasn't good, but a win's a win. Got the Jaguars on the road next week. Should win that one. Should be 7-2. Should be. That's what I got to say there. But they bounced back from the 2-game losing streak, of course, with the 21-13. I guess you call it a win over the Colts. Got screwed on another face mask illegal contact thing on Sam Darnold. But nevertheless, Still got it done. Colts fought a 4-5. They're playing the Bills. Probably going to be 4-6. Their quarterback situation is a mystery because, I mean, the trade-off is Joe Flacco opens up the passing game, but also just completely shuts the door on the running game. But that's kind of a complete excuse because Matt Stafford is not very mobile. Not, again, Joe Flacco's a complete statue, so maybe not as less mobile as Matt Stafford, but still, or Joe Flacco. But the point is, the Rams were able to run the ball somewhat effectively against the Vikings last week. Again, it was probably because it was a short week, let's be honest there. And, also Christian Darrisaw got injured, so that wasn't good. But, moreover, again, there's other factors you want to put in the situation, but a similar Rams squad to this Colts squad in terms of personnel, in terms of the running game, they should have been able to run the ball better than this. O-line, they're built on block in terms of that facet, and they just weren't really able to. Shane Steichen should have prepared better, to be honest with you guys. Kind of incompetence there on him, even though he was competent again benching Anthony Richardson. So, kind of weird going on there. Receiving Josh Downs was good, 6 for 60. Alec Pierce opened up with a couple catches as well. But overall, for this offense, the biggest thing I saw from them, again, when it came down to it, Joe Flacco wasn't able to hit those explosive plays, and they kind of just were really stagnant. They only scored 6 points to this one, guys. This offense overall was horrible. Defensively, E.J. Speed is one of the best linebackers in the league, sideline to sideline. He makes so many big plays. Nick Cross had a really nice interception. Zaire Franklin also had a nice interception. Kenny Moore, of course, with the scoop and score. Seems like he has a touchdown or two every year. Forrest Buckner, of course, with a big harassment sack. Grover Stewart is one of the best runner defenders in the entire league. Cody Pay had one of the rare sacks and one of the rare pressures from him. Yeah, I'm calling you out, bro. You're not very good this year. And outside of that, Jalen Jones, I guess, was okay. Samuel Wilmot got toasted. And overall, the defense was kind of inconsistent. But they, again, had a couple big turnovers, obviously. Matt Gay missed a field goal as well for the Vikings. Other than Will Reichard being not perfect anymore, Sam Darnold overall, 2 bad interceptions. I kind of understand him now. The first one was not really his fault. I don't even know. But still, threw 3 touchdowns. He has 3 touchdowns games this year. That's actually the same amount he had prior to this entire year. So, tells you how good of the year he's having, obviously. 28 of 34, though, 290 overall. He continues to be insanely efficient. Running game was not good. Justin Jefferson, 7 for 137. Would have been nicer if he had a touchdown, but still, gave me a shot, I guess, in fantasy. I'm still down by 50, but still, Josh Allen, 558 had a touchdown. Jordan Addison also had a really nice touchdown. Overshadowed by all the other good touchdown catches this week. Also, I don't think that I mentioned Devontae Smith. I can't really remember. But still, Sam Darnold got the ball to a bunch of different guys. Cam Robinson worked well there at left tackle. Overall, this offense, kind of a bounce-back game overall. Defensively, though, Josh Metellus, I guess, or Metellus, I don't remember how to pronounce this game. Had 5 tackles, very versatile in this game. Byron Murphy had another interception, back-to-back weeks with interception. Jonathan Grant had 2 sacks. Jahad Ward also had 1. Someone else did? No, they didn't. Whatever, though. Defensively, they looked really good. They didn't give a touchdown. Team stats, Colts, Vikings had over 400 yards of offense. They had over a yard more per play. Doubled or even more than doubled the Colts rushing yards, which was something you really wouldn't expect. Really sloppy 5 total game, but only 7 combined punts, which is a little bit weird when you look at the score. 6-12 for the Vikings on 3rd down really helped them, as well as them controlling the clock. Colts need to do a better job running the football next week. They won't even have a sniff of a shot against the Bills unless it is a trap game. But Vikings move to 6-2. They get the Jags next week, and that is all I got for you guys here. The Week 10 NFL Sunday recap. It's been long enough. Really long enough. But that's all I got for you guys here. See you for the Monday Night Football recap tomorrow. Is, of course, going full picture, of course, kicking off the second half of the NFL season with Week 10 NFL Power Rankings as well on Wednesday.
3rd down and 2. Murphy sprint right. Downfield throw. What an unbelievable effort from Jomo.
Running the smash route. Ball throw.